Hey guys, and welcome to my ship. I call it the all around, and the reason being is because I put something from everything that I could possibly think of on top of it. We got the missile launchers, we got the cannons, we got the energy weapons, we got all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff on it. I've researched everything in the research tree besides the secrets research because I missed it early on. My bad. But you'll see that I do not believe in armor in the slightest. I don't have any armor anywhere. Uh, Instead, I have shielding like crazy, and in order to keep up with the shielding, I have a whole bunch of engineering bays and antimatter power plants. But I got 21 of these things. You can see right there, the all around. I got 21 and I've been having fun with them. I want to show you what one can do. This is the biggest fleet I could find, so let's see if it does well. You get to watch it turn. Isn't it turning majestically? Doesn't it make your heart just patter watching it turn? Look at that. Oh, it shot. It shot two. Oh, it shot another two cannons. Oh, there's its first laser banks, and then we'll get to see its other laser banks soon enough. What I really wanted to talk to you guys about, though, is I've been noticing that there's been a whole bunch of questions about how to start up in this game, and not many people are actually getting to the point where they get to laugh at everybody dying while their one ship just kills everything that moves. A couple of things that you can do to help yourself out. The first thing I always research is interstellar governance. The reason for it is it makes it so that your money woes disappear, at least for a little bit. And also another thing that you can do to help with money is to focus on production, like just produce something, anything really, and you'll notice that money goes up. While if you put everything over to research, for some reason money goes down. Still haven't quite figured that out. Whoever knows what's going on with that, hey, send me a tell. I'd love to know why research is a negative and production is a positive for at least cash flow reasons. Another thing that I like to do is the AI in the lower right hand corner can be pretty helpful. I generally turn on the subspace projectors and the transportation ships. The reason for it is so I don't have to deal with them. The one I don't turn on is the colony ships, and that's because on this one I tested this to make sure that I wasn't just crazy on it, and the colony ship basically goes to anything that is habitable. That means that I had colony ships that were going to the enemy's home system and just sitting down and saying, yep, we own it, and then I'd get all these messages saying that you're a terrible person and we declare war. Not fun. So by probably halfway through the game, every single civilization save one had declared war on me. And so I had a little bit of an issue, surviving for a little bit there. But what I found out is that the computer's not very good about bombardment of your planets. So what I did was I planted 5 space marines on every planet that I owned, and what would happen is the enemy would send in a whole bunch of ground troops. I'd kill them all off, and none of their ships actually had nuclear bombs on them, so they'd all just sit around for a while. I actually had a good 20 turns probably where my home planet was completely engulfed by an enemy fleet that couldn't do anything to me because I'd killed off all the ground troops. So that was fun. Made it so that I just set my home planet to research so they weren't producing any ships they could blow up, and called it a day. Other things that you can do, if you find the secrets tree, then you're basically going to have a very good time. I'm not going to tell you how to find it, but what it does is you research the first one. It's pretty expensive research, but you research the first one, it doesn't really give you much. You research the second point on it, or the second thing on it, second tier, and it'll give you a power plant that is a one slot power plant that if you it's way overpowered, and then a 4 slot, so 2x2 shield that I think is more powerful than the canopy. I know it is if you take up as much space as the canopy shielding. And basically you just go around and own everything at that point. I could probably have twice as many guns on this ship if I had the secrets, but I didn't, so oh well. What I like to do after interstellar governance is I research the first tier ship, I think frigates, and I build 10 of them. The reason I build 10 is because if you do it early enough, the computer will think that you are all powerful and the most powerful force in the universe, and therefore all the military factions are actually going to not try and kill you immediately. They'll want to be buddies with you, and the peaceful factions, unless you attack them or somebody else, all want to be your friend as well. So it's pretty easy to make it so everybody wants to be your friend at the beginning. Get some trade packs going, because trade packs are good at the beginning of the game and basically worthless at the end of the game. So my capital ship is basically just cleaning up now. Another thing I almost forgot to mention. Your starting ships for specifically for the human race, they all have just standard engines on them, which are dumb. They're very underpowered compared to the warp engines. Warp engines will get you there faster and do a lot better for you. So I basically don't use standard engines at all. Straight up warp engines on everything, and I've then put combat engines in, combat thrusters I believe they're called, in any extra spaces I have. That makes it, and I've noticed that if you do a warp engine, a 2x2 warp engine and a 2x2 combat engine, that's actually better combination than 2 standard engines or 2 warp engines. It gives you both higher warp speed and higher standard speed, so I don't even bother with the standard engine anymore. My guy's cleaning up now, starting to bombard the planet, and see that he killed just about everything around him. The only things that he didn't kill are the ones that ran away. But the thing that's fun with this is that I got 21 of these suckers. One of them can take out an entire fleet, but then when I go to the diplomacy tab and look at it, I'm number 1 in everything except military. Apparently, my military sucks. So, what the heck, man? What the heck?